Right, so I've come down here to my plastic chair collection, and I first want to say that I am autistic. And I have a message for you psychologists and doctors out there. You are basing your practice from an education system that taught a 20th century medical ideology, which means your professor was practically taking tests as to what actually goes on in the 21st century and how the mind actually works. I tell you what, there's never been an actual physical study to see if your practices are right. I mean, you're using 20th century methods, basically a guess, in the 21st century when there has never actually been a comprehensive physical study. Do you see where I'm coming from in that? As I will say, my problems are 99% inflicted by others' actions. As unless a medication can stop other people's actions and negative bad judgment, stop bullying, I don't want to hear it, because it's not going to fix me. I mean, I'm going to say that your advice is wrong. I mean, I spent 25 years around you people, and you've done absolutely nothing to help me yet. I mean, I'm living proof that your methods have failed. I mean, you clearly had nothing to help me. I mean, almost 30 years, you've made no progress. As I'm here to say that your practice is wrong, because you're basing that off of 20th century medical knowledge in the 21st century when there was never actually any physical study done. And you can tell this is stressing me out, because I know these things, and I don't know why your six-figure degree did not teach you that. I mean, I think this is pretty pathetic when a one-year tech school grad is saying this, and to say college has done nothing but teach political opposition and frustration instead of actual skill. They're basically getting a tax break from politicians while they're scamming you into debt that you will never get out of. As if you have college loan debt on top of raising a family, you have already failed your kids, and they're going to grow up being more miserable than you are. I don't know if I could say this any better. You guys have failed, and you seriously have to change your ways. I mean, left or right, Republican or Democrat aside, you guys are in a pickle. I mean, I don't know if I could say that better. I mean, you can see I'm frustrated. I mean, I don't know what else to say here. And it should not take a one-year technical school grad to put people with doctorate degrees in their place of how bad they fail the society. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I am autistic, I'm single, and being I cannot maintain a single friendship, that says all you need to know about my relationship status. As my only relationships are basically with utilities and trains. As my only dedication in life would be keeping the power running so all of you people can live an affordable life of luxury, and keeping the trains running so all of you people can get your packages on time. I will say 30 years of utilities have taught me each and every way families and people can fail in life. I have seen it all, and I can tell you, you guys are a mess. As if you have any level of debt on top of house, car payments, and life expenses, you're already in a hole. And I will say, if you're fighting and you have kids, your kids' lives are already more miserable than yours. And if you've divorced, that pretty much finishes your kids' lives off for good. I mean, they're going to do nothing but be miserable the rest of their lives and far off worse than you. I mean, look around. I mean, you can see it everywhere. I'm not going to lie. But I bike ride over 400 miles a week. And I will say this. The media has done absolutely nothing but make all of you paranoid and nothing but judgmental towards others. I'll tell you what, you see somebody you think is strange and different, and it's like you go out of your way to be disrespectful. I see this all the time. There's parents, they see me coming, all of a sudden they're locking their car doors and honking their horns and stuff, and the kids are looking at them like, I thought you taught us not to be judgmental. I mean, the look on a kid's face when they see their parents doing what they were teaching them not to is almost hilarious. I mean, the public school crowd, you guys are the most judgmental people I've ever met in my life. I mean, good grief. I mean, I tell you what, you guys, you're in a pickle. I mean, you guys are a mess. Here, I'll tell you what, I'll give you an insight to public school judgment. In school, I spent my entire adolescent life basically bothering people that I never even met or spoke to. All because they were embarrassed and they didn't want their friends seeing me anywhere near them because I was rejected so bad. On almost a daily basis, the teacher would tell me not to bother the other kids, even though I never spoke to them, and only because that they were embarrassed by my presence and they didn't want to have their friends see me with them. Last time I ever tried to make a friend was 2014. I wanted to make friends with this one girl online, and I got judged, and I saw that she basically was using the excuse that I bothered her to dispose of me, just like every other friend did my entire life. But what made me focus on this girl a lot more was the fact that I got blocked on Facebook. That escalated things so bad, I don't know what else to say. That was a mistake. You shouldn't have never done that, because that caused endless problems. I've been living here since 2014. So hurt, it's like a relative passed away. I've been suffering like that day by day by day since 2014. I've still made no progress or have gotten over this. And basically, this girl was making false assumptions and things, which led to me getting a crush on her from stress. And it escalated out of control. And I don't know what else to say. This was none of my own doing. The stress caused it all. All I did was ever ask you for your online friendship. As nowhere in that did it say anything about you needing to tell me you were married, have kids, and all that stuff. Which was not even the question in the first place. You're telling an autistic person that has always said that utilities and trains are his lonely life's dedication. As if you look outside, there's a railroad track out there. You can literally see it from the moon. But for some reason, this girl couldn't see that, and nobody could. I don't know what else to say. You guys made assumptions based off your peers and what the media taught you to say. Could I say that any better? All you had to do is be my online friend. And I tell you what, I will blame Facebook mostly for this, because the blocking option is what caused it all. That one thing is what set this whole thing in motion. And I've been suffering since 2014, day by day, over this. I wish this person would just talk to me for a second, instead of making false assumptions in that. I don't know what else to say. This bothered me so much. It hurt me. My life will never be the same with this. As I will say, after this, I'll accept your friendship long before I see if your apology is worthy of accepting. Could I say that any better? Anyway, that's our talk for the day. I'm done.